How's it going, guys? My name's Aaron.
And I'm Redmond.
And tonight we're going to be playing the two Eldari forces coming together. Drukhari versus Craftworld Eldar.
That's right.
Should be a fun game. Let's do this. Alrighty, so Redmond and I have both rolled off. Tonight I will be the attacker, Redmond will be the defender. And we're going to be playing out of the chapter approved mission pack tonight. For those of you who have or haven't seen it, I'm sure you've all seen it because that's where you got all your new points from.
$70 worth.
$70 worth of points. So yeah, retrieval mission. So as per normal, the basic 3 objectives. You hold an objective, you get 5 points. You hold 2 objectives, you get another 5 points. You control more than your opponent, you get another 5 points for a maximum of 15. And that starts in turn 2 onwards. And then you got your secondaries you pick, your 3. And you've got the optional one. So let's have a look what it does. It's called minimal losses. At the start of the battle, add up the number of units in your army. That is your army's strength. If a unit splits to form 2 or more individual units during the battle, then immediately increase your army strength accordingly. Example, if one of your units or army splits to form 3 individual units, your army strength is increased by 2. If a unit merges with another unit to form a combined unit during the game, then decrease your army strength accordingly. If 2 units from your army merge to form 1 unit, you immediately increase your army strength by 1. Awesome. At the end of the battle, add up how many units from your army are left on the battlefield, including all embarked within transport, but excluding all units that have been added to your army during the battle. If the total is 75% more your army strength, score 15 victory points. If the total is 75%, but is 50% or more of your army strength, score 10 victory points. And if your army strength is 25% or more, score 5 victory points.
So just don't get tabled. No.
Don't get killed.
No, but if you...
You want to lose 25% and no more.
Yeah, and you get 5 points. Yeah. So this one I reckon is interesting because usually you can only take 1 from each of the categories, and that one falls in the same category as while we stand, we fight. So you can double up on a kind of a similar secondary, where it's basically don't die, and if you've got an army like mine that just doesn't want to die, that kind of wants to stay on the edges, then sweet, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, and to be honest, against the list I'm playing tonight, my list doesn't really do a lot of killing.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot in there to kill stuff. So
just come up the board and
yeah, pretty much
stay in the middle, stay in the midfield.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that when we get to the lists. But yeah, so that's our missions. As for the idea around the mission, maybe some tactical ideas, because we've got this deployment. It's kind of like the old long edges, but it's not as horrible as it used to be.
Hammer and anvil.
Yeah. Because the tables are smaller now.
Yep.
Excuse me. Have you got anything to talk about that you want to mention?
I just generally find that favours craft worlds because they start further away.
Yep. You got the range as well. A lot of the time.
Yep.
Pretty much the only armies that really can cause a bit of grief is long range armies like Tau.
Yeah, or guard. Guard. Yeah.
But generally speaking.
When I see that map deployment, I'm rubbing my hands. But,
yeah. I was actually thinking the same thing when I went to a comp once, and I'm going, oh, this is going to be so good. And then I came up against this gunline guard army that was just all like the long range stuff. I was like,
artillery, 72 inches.
Yeah. And it was almost like a bowling ball table too, so there's nowhere to really hide. So
garbage.
Basically just moved forward the whole game and died.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. But anyways, so cool. We'll go over to the list. So I'm the attacker, so I'll talk about my list first, and then Redmond's the defender. He'll do his lists. Be with you in just a sec. Okay, so here we have the incredible old school Dark Eldar, also now known as the Drukhari. He used to have a TV show called The Drukhari Show. Lame YouTube joke for the year. Yes. So I've got 2 patrols today, and I'm actually trying to play around with this list. Like I actually think I've probably invested a bit too much in the trying to be resilient. I don't actually have enough to be able to kill stuff off objectives. But I mean, you got to practice some stuff. So I really just wanted to try the grotesque out today. and play with the Talus to see how they go. I do think I'll go over them now actually anyway, so and explain it. So this patrol's got Yuri and Rakath as the HQ, and he's got your 2 heavy supports, both with the 3 Talus in each. They have the Macro Scalpel and the Flail, and then they've each got the 2 Haywire Blasters.
Oh, there's some killy.
Yeah, they're killing. They hit on 4s. They're very
right.
4.
And what do the other weapons do? I forgot.
So the Macro Scalpel is 2 damage. I think it's +2 strength from memory.
So strength 9.
The strength 8 with Urian because he's got the bubble.
Right. Oh, so the strength 10.
No, that he gets them to strength 8.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's strength
5 must be.
5, and then they get 2. Then they get
right.
Urian, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And
nice.
then
okay.
the Flails. So with that, they get the 5 attacks.
5 attacks.
-1,
2 damage. Is that what you said? Or -2?
Yeah.
Okay.
-2 damage, I think, off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the Flails. So if I took 2 Macro Scalpels, I'll have an extra attack.
Yeah.
But instead I've got the Flails, it gives them a bit of anti-horde as well.
Yeah.
So the Flails give you 2 attacks for every 1 attack you've got. So then they become 10 attacks with the Flails.
Boom.
So, and then the Flails also do reroll to wound.
Wow.
So,
okay.
But they're on the off your base strength, and I believe off the top of my head they're 0 AP.
Yeah, okay.
So usually to a balanced list, I'll take them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
good choice.
Yeah. So
good for good
gives
killing
them
guard and
bit of both.
and
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, nids.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you've got the grotesque. So they're just as they are. They got the cleavers and all the bits and pieces. They basically come at 4 attacks each.
Yep.
They move 7, but they don't have any shooting. You can give them the flamer, but flamers are just ridiculously overcosted for what they do.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about them.
Welcome to Drukhari 9th edition.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then also for the patrol to finish it off, you've got a little squad of racks. Now, because Urian's in there, there has to be Prophets of Flesh, but that's okay because that's what I wanted anyways.
That's the best one.
Because that's durability. Arguing, you probably could also look at doing Venom spam with the new rules. They've got that Dark Technomancer. So,
yeah, I've heard about that.
So that's pretty good. So what you do is it's per gun, not per shot. So for each gun, you can actually choose to sort of like an overcharge thing.
Yeah.
It gets +1 to wound and additional damage, and if you roll a 1 off any of them, you take a mortal wound. So with the Venoms, you've got the 2 guns on there. So for each of them, maximum for the turn you can take is 2 mortal wounds on yourself.
Yeah.
But then you're also doing Venom damage 3+, 2 damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
yeah,
quite
and
a lot
then
of
you
shots.
take something that gives you reroll 1s, I guess.
And the way
days.
exactly.
Yeah.
The way that the thing works now too, you could take a patrol of Prophets of Flesh, and then you could also take a patrol with the Dark Technomancers. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
But not today. Today we're just going to try this out. I think as well with Urian, because his bubble gives you the toughness and strength aura. I think there might
It gives
be
you more
just
toughness.
Yeah, so with
geez.
all the homunculus do that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and then
that's right.
Urian
Yeah.
also does strength.
Yeah,
So he gives you a little bit extra.
Yeah.
So I think there's probably a little bit too much for him to manage. Because there's 3 units.
Yeah.
I think he could probably get away with just a big 10-man Talus blob or a big 2 lots of 6. Sorry, two Talus blobs or the 1 big grotesque blob. But I mean, this is a practicey sort of fun game to see what we can do.
Yeah.
And to test it out and see what happens. The main detachment is also another patrol. It's got the Archon. Now that does look like a splinter pistol, but I had the points, so it's actually a blast pistol.
Nice. Okay.
So he's got a blast pistol and a Heart's Blade. He's got the 5. We're going to call them Guardians then. He's got the squad of 5 Cable Light Warriors, and then he's got the 2 Ravagers, and then he's also got 2 Transport Venoms, and they are the Black Heart.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So Fredman's got any nasty stratagems, I can just say.
Vex says
sorry.
no.
But I hate to say it. Whenever Vect needs to go off, for some reason I always roll that 1.
And you can't re-roll it now. No more re-rolling that 1.
No, so I just got to wear it.
What is it, 4 CP now? Or is it
4 CP?
4
yeah,
CP.
4 CP. But let's be honest, that 4 CP is kind of worth it.
Yeah. If you really need C,
like,
for that critical stratagem. Yeah.
Probably I find that maybe 1 in 5 games I need Vect, but when I get to use it, it's actually really worthwhile.
Critical,
Yeah.
Backbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my favourite unit for the Cable Knights is actually probably the Flayed Skull, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because they get that extra speed, the extra ability to ignore cover, and they also get the reroll once to hit from the Venoms.
Yeah.
They're
more consistently applicable. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard because the Vect, Black Heart, they also get the good relic. So between the two, they're both good, but I find that
they get 6 up feel no pains on their vehicles.
Yeah, which is it makes them a little bit more survivable.
Yeah, a bit tougher.
But I do find the Ravagers just work so much better in Flayed Skull with the ignore cover.
Yeah.
Like against Marines, like you get those Marines that have the Phobos armor with the +1 cover save and all that.
Okay.
And then it just ignores it, so they're saving on a 6+.
Yeah.
And then 2 damage just wipes them.
Yeah. Yep.
But the poor Ravager's gone up a lot. They're 160 points now for the triple dizzies. But I feel you're kind of still forced to have to take the dizzies. Just because of all the Primaris out there.
Yeah.
You know? Like the only thing that can consistently do the 2 damage.
Yeah.
But I also find it's hard to balance it out because you've got to have the dizzies there to get rid of the Primaris, but then you also need some stuff to kill some tanks.
Yeah, you need Dark Lancers as well.
Yeah. Like the Splinter things, not Splinter, sorry, the Haywire Blasters are really good.
Yeah.
I do quite like the Haywire Scourges, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But usually you don't get them every turn. You basically get 1 or 2 turns if you're lucky.
Yeah, and then they come down and they're dead. Yeah. Yeah.
So you really got to be strategic with them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, so I mean, it should be fun. We'll see if they can play the resilience game. With the last game, the Death Guard, we saw how well they did the resilience game, and these guys are 30-something points more than the Malefic Blight Haulers, and I just don't think they're going to hold up as well. But we're going to have to wait and see because it'll be interesting. So I am curious.
Very interesting.
So have you got any questions or queries about the list or any input?
I think the resilience is going to be good. Especially with all the objectives kind of centered around in the middle and kind of hammer of anvil. I reckon that's going to work. I reckon that's going to work well. I'm going to have to come and push you off them, and that seems a bit scary at the moment. Lots of 4-up invul and high toughness.
I'm finding with 9th, it's hard for me to wrap my head around playing an army that's designed to not actually do a lot of killing. Yeah, it's designed to more or less to try not to die.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just practicing stuff for me too. So it's good fun. Yeah. So cool. So we'll go over to the Craftworld. And actually, you know what? This is the first time we've had Craftworld on the channel. Yeah. So let's go for it, mate. All right, back in just a sec.
All right, so this is my 1750 or so of Eldar Craftworlds. Got 2 detachments. I got a same Han patrol over here on the left side.
Nice.
Which is the 2 units of Shining Spears, 5 and 4, Dire Avengers, and a Spirit Seer. And then on this side, I've got the classic Master Crafters, Master Concealment, Phoenix Rising detachment with 2 Crimson Hunter Exarchs with Star Cannons, 2 Wave Serpents with Twin Star Cannons, and 2 Falcons with Pulse Laser Elder Missile Launcher.
Cool.
And then a unit of Storm Guardians with Fusion Guns, and another unit of 5 Dire Avengers. Warlord is the Warlock on the bike, and then a Farseer on foot with the wing, so he can basically fly and move 12. So he's got a relic.
He's nice and fast.
Yeah, nice and fast.
So this detachment, is it neg to hit or +1 save?
+1 save.
+1
yeah,
save.
so
over a certain distance.
So over 12, it's +1 save, and they're basically salamanders. So reroll 1 hit and wound roll whenever
and then damage as well. Wound?
No, just hidden wound. Only hidden wound. It's still really good. Yeah,
especially if you're running like little small.
If you're running MSU, it's really good. So the only reason I'm not running that same one on the same Han is so that
they get speed and that.
Yeah, so they get to re-roll their charges.
Nice.
And they get a stratagem that lets them advance in charge.
Nice. Yeah,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, so that's a good thing to have on them. So yes, obviously it's a bit different. Like it's Mech Eldar, but it is a bit different to like the Ynnari list that I was running for most at 8th.
That did well too. Up until Ynnari got punched in the nuts.
Yeah, that's right. Up until the White Dwarf came out and it was all ogre. But yeah, it's pretty classic Mech Eldar. Just lots of tanks. It's got 6 tanks in it. They're pretty tough. Everything's super fast. Got plenty of psychers. Little bit of combat punch with the Shining Spears.
Nice, yeah.
I don't think the Storm Guardian's an optimal choice, but their fusion guns are now free, which is weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, so...
there's some weird stuff around like that.
Yeah, because they've changed the points, yeah.
Some things you get like the disintegrators are 25 points each.
Jeez.
You know, but then you got other things that have gone down, like the pistol.
Yeah.
The blast pistol. It used to be like 10 points, now it's 5.
Okay.
So
yeah, weird.
It is.
I think it's probably. I think a lot of stuff.
Make more sense soon when.
Well, they've made weapons free and then put the base unit up.
Yeah.
So that's happened a lot with especially with units that have all the same weapon. So I think what happened was the Fire Dragons went up and they made the fusion guns of the Fire Dragons free, and they forgot that Storm Guardians can also take fusion guns. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So oh no, give them a go.
Sneaky.
And with expert crafters, with re-rolling 1 hit to wound, 2 fusion guns, not too bad. Yep. Save you from whiffing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got that backup plan.
Yep. So a few other little rules, like these guys have got their X-Arc power 5 up invo.
Nice.
The Shining Spears have the X-Arc power that the X-Arcs have a 3 up invo against range rather than 4 up. So if I protect them, they can get a 2 up invo against range attacks.
Cool.
Not that you have much range shooting, but...
No. Well, I got disintegrators and a couple of venoms.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. Psychic powers, I've got Doom, reroll failed wounds, and Fortunes of 5 up feel no pain.
Yep.
And here I got Jinx protect, so -1 to your save or +1 to my save of
Nice.
any kind.
Yep.
And he's got the same power.
Yeah, they increase invos and that too, don't they?
Yep, affect everything. Yep, so they're pretty good.
So the 5 up invos things on these become 4s. Does that work?
No, so that power is only for infantry and bikers.
Aha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So the Farseer can cast his stuff on anything, but yeah, obviously I can cast Jinx on any of your stuff. But if it's on my stuff, if I'm getting +1 save, it's only infantry bikers.
Right. Okay. That's still cool, but so
these guys have got blast weapons on the missile launchers, but it doesn't really matter against you.
The grotesque.
Yeah, grotesque.
Grotesque.
Actually.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I've actually been considering with the grotesque if I would be better to run 2 smaller squads.
Yeah.
But again, we just play around, practice, see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of squads of 4 or 5 might be good.
Yeah.
But
cool.
But yeah, we'll play around.
All right.
So for my secondaries, I was going to go engage on all fronts. That's basically the old line, not line breaker. What's it called? Old recon.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, being Eldar, I mean, they're just quick and they can get everywhere whenever they want.
Yeah.
So you might as well, you know. It's basically just getting a few points straight away, hopefully. The other one I was going to do was bring it down. His vehicles will pose a threat if I don't deal with them at some point, so I might as well get some points for killing him when I do. And the last one I was going to do was raise the banners.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
an action one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've been doing that a bit lately. It's for a game I'm usually getting around 3 to 5 points for the game.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Right.
I'm just going to practice a few different action ones.
Yeah.
I'm doing this one again. I did this earlier today.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it again tonight.
Give it another go.
And then next time I'm going to start trying some of the other action ones.
Yeah.
There's one action one, which you need to set your army up for it. It is a deploy scramblers. Like, I'm not going to do this one. One infantry unit, including characters from your army, can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase if it is wholly within your deployment zone. Wholly within your opponent's deployment zone, or more than 6 inches from either player's deployment zone. This action is clear at the end of your turn. I don't know if it's wholly within your own deployment zone.
Yeah, so I think you've got to do the middle, theirs, and yours, right?
Right.
And for each one, you get...
Actually, that's not even the one I was thinking. It's the teleport homer. Got on a knob. One infantry unit from your army can start to perform this action at the end of your movement phase if it's wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. This is the one. This action is complete at the end of your next command phase, provided the unit attempting it is still wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. So you get 4 victory points for that.
Yeah.
So that's a good one for units that can deep strike in.
Yeah.
So Scourges.
Yeah.
You know, like Scourges aren't super cheap anymore, but
No.
Mandrakes you can do it.
Yeah.
As well.
You'd be looking at cheap units.
Yeah.
That
You can
don't really care
also
about.
spend a CP though, and you can chuck in some Cable Light Warriors.
Yep.
They're I think they're 45 points now for bare bones.
Oh my god, it's so expensive.
Yeah, for guys that are guardsmen essentially.
Yeah. Really bad.
But yeah, I mean some of the other armies like I'm going to do some practicing around.
Scions,
with,
I think
Scions,
could do it. Yeah, Scions.
Some Scions in a guard list.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can either give them some guns if you want to, because with the secondaries are the thing now that you can decide in the game.
Yeah,
whereas a lot of the other stuff you have to have pre-organised.
Yeah.
So having a unit of Scions with some melt or something, you can either throw them in to kill something, or you can then do an objective like that.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's just playing around some things, but today I'm going to go with the Raise the Banners.
Raise the banners.
So yeah, raise the banners, bring it down, and
engage on all fronts.
Engage on all fronts. Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Alright. So I'm going to go for classic Craftworld style. Just try not to die and stay around the edge of the board. So I'm going to go with While We Stand We Fight, which is I think it's don't let 3 of your most expensive units die.
Right. So if you what's that? The planes.
Planes and one of the serpents actually.
Right.
Yep.
So that's now making me want to focus more on those.
With what, Aaron?
Well, nothing.
Yeah. And I'm also going to go with Bring It Down, just like Aaron.
Yep.
So Aaron's also got a whole bunch of vehicles and
all those each of those Talus
units.
are worth 2 points in that, I think.
Yep. So if I kill all those, I'll get 12 points. Yep.
And the Ravages, is it 11 or more wounds?
10.
10. So the Ravages is 10 wounds. So
they're 3. They're going to have to die.
Yeah.
So running that one, and I'll be running the special one from the mission, which is It's basically kill points.
Yeah.
So you count up how many units you got in your army.
It's like reverse kill points. So you got to try not to die.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So
we're running that one.
So the way I feel like I'm pressured now, I have to kill lots of your stuff.
Yep.
So I've just got to try not to get distracted off getting objectives and focus on killing you. But I've also got to stay on the objectives. So
I think you'll be able to stay on the objectives, but
I've got to decide whether I'm going to try and score points or deny points. Or try and do a bit of both.
Yep.
Either way, I'm probably going to confuse myself. And I'll start forgetting. But it should be fun.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll go over the table and then we'll be back tomorrow with the actual game. Fantastic.
Sweet.
Excellent. Alrighty. So this is our table. We've got the deployment zone back here. And then down there we've got some more bits and pieces. We've got the objective marker down the back here. Then around it in the middle here, we've got objective there, objective underneath there. Back over here, we've got objective beside this generator looking thing. Another one behind this shipping container. And back over here in the middle of the table, we've got our last objective. So this deployment zone, marked out by the yellow dice along here, will be where I'm setting up. This deployment zone back here will be Redmond's. Hopefully this becomes the kill zone.
Probably.
So yeah, here's the table. We'll see you tomorrow with the game.